You're interested in starting an MSO for your healthcare startup. You've gotten some of your basic startup paperwork done, but you've got a lot of other things that you need to consider for your healthcare business. One of the things you got to think about is data privacy. Now, you might be thinking, why is that important for me? I'm not a hospital. I'm not a huge conglomerate business. Well, data privacy laws related to healthcare businesses apply to every healthcare business, not just large organizations. And a lot of times, providers just start with the startup stuff for their business and they fail to remain in compliance in all the other areas of their healthcare business, which is critically important. Now, when we're talking about data privacy compliance, we're not just thinking about how your website looks, we're also thinking about how we're going to protect the patient information of the patients who are seen by the providers in your organization. And this is incredibly critical. This will be making sure you have policies and procedures in place to protect the providers, protect your organizations, and more importantly, protect your organization. Not only will you have policies and procedures, but how do those policies and procedures work in relationship to the information that you're using, in relationship to the space that you're in, right? So we need policies related to how patients are seen and how the information is protected, who has access to the information, what EMR or what electronic records storage system are you using, how that information is shredded, what patients consent for, who they're allowed to speak to. All those pieces of information are critical. You'd be surprised. There are data breaches that happen in large organizations, but they happen in small organizations too. And a lot of small organizations don't know how to handle it, especially when they start growing their healthcare business. For example, you might be, a stickler to making sure your information is safe, but as you add more people to your organization, you start to realize that maybe they don't take data privacy as seriously as you do. Maybe you see some of your employees are looking up patients on your EMR just because that person was attractive or they seemed really interesting. They wanted to learn more about them. Those are things that'll get you in some hot water. Listen up. You've got legal issues related to your healthcare business, and we have solutions for you. Let's talk about what you're going through. Grab a time in our calendar at dorismeet.com and let's come up with a strategy together to help you get to success. We've seen large organizations allow people to have laptops and the laptops don't make it back, or laptops get stolen, or they let anybody just use any laptop that's not given from the organization. They just use their own home laptop with patient stored information. Now, that's not just scary for your organization, but it's scary for the patients who are being seen by you. If patients are trusting you for their organization, it behooves you to make the investment to make sure that that information is stored safely, that you are protected. Because, I gotta say, for healthcare organizations, those fines are huge. And they don't care how big your organization is. They care about how they're going to protect the patient. That's what the government cares about. So if you are lackadaisical about creating a plan in place to protect your patients, then you might get fined if something happens that exposes the patient to people looking at their information that they don't want to look at their information. So if you got a healthcare business, it's important that you take data privacy seriously. That's the next important thing that you really need to take into account when you're starting and launching your healthcare business, or if you already have a business, that's going to be critical to your success. Take care. Bye.